Well, with me now to discuss this and more is Congressman Tim Burchett. He serves on 3 House committees, including the House Oversight Committee. He represents the 2nd Congressional District of Tennessee. Congressman Burchett, welcome back to Washington Watch. Great to see you, my friend.
Jody, it's always good to see you and to hear from you. And as soon as you stopped talking, my dog started barking. So you got something going on.
I've got something going on. That's it always seems to happen that way. Well, listen, let me just get some of your take on this, on the indictments of the former president. What's your general impression and your thoughts of it all?
Well, every time they indict President Trump, his numbers go up. But the reality is this is an actual attack on this country. This is what happens, Jody, when 20 million so-called evangelical Christians decide to stay home on Election Day. This is what happens when we turn from our Judeo-Christian ethic and we allow this kind of nonsense to go on. We are at fault. They didn't take it from us. We are giving it to them. And we've got to address it. We've got to address it at the ballot box. Obviously, they're violating the president's constitutional rights, his First Amendment. He can't talk about the case on a website. The press is not allowed to view this. It's complete censorship. It's everything that's wrong with this country. This is a witch hunt. The American public knows it, and I hope they wake up, because if they don't, Jody, the next thing you'll hear is shackles being thrown on the doors of our churches and places of worship, because this is their next step. If they know they can get by with this, they can get by with anything. This is a blatant abuse of our Constitution.
Yeah, and we're already seeing some of that take place. We'll be dealing with some of those issues a little bit later in the program. But it really is frightening, Congressman. I look at all of this and have to ask myself, and I'd love to ask you, is the concept of equal justice under the law in America rapidly just becoming a slogan and something of our past rather than a reality for all people?
I think it is. I couldn't have put it better myself, brother. We are just seeing this thing erode. It's slipping through our fingers like wet sand. It's just going so fast. And the thing is, it's leaps and bounds. I was on another show today talking to a conservative host, and I said, the way the left does it is they push so far hard to the left, and then we come back, not quite back where we were, but just a little to the left, and then we say, oh, we've compromised, and all we've done is given into the other side, and we've got to quit this. The Marxists, these are Marxists. This is not your granddad's socialism. This is Marxism. And they are going to take it all from us. They'll throw the Constitution out, and that's what they're doing in this case against President Trump. Because when you see the violation of the First Amendment, they say in school, I don't know if it's true or not, but they put them in. They thought in order of importance: First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom to assemble, freedom of religion. All those things are right tucked into that beautiful First Amendment, and we're just giving it away to them, Jody, because we're afraid to fight. We're afraid to call it out.
Well, that's why, we are so honored to have people like you representing us, Congressman. I tell you, these are dark days facing our country. And, we as citizens are responsible to pass liberty on to the next generation. And that takes, obviously, representatives like yourself, but all of us standing together. So let me ask you, what do you expect to happen in the coming weeks with these indictments? What do you think is going to happen? What do you hope is going to happen?
Well, I suspect they're going to get a guilty verdict out of some of them, obviously. I mean, how can he get a fair trial in Washington, D.C.? 95% of them voted for Joe Biden, the folks up there? That is ridiculous. Move it out of there. Get it in a 40-60 even, with somebody with some common sense, at least, that could judge these issues just in any form of fairness. But you're not going to get that, and they're not going to allow that. I suspect what you're going to see is some guilty verdicts, and the President Trump's going to have to appeal and go to a higher court, and then hopefully we'll get some justice there. But the point is, all they're trying to do is bloody him and bleed him of resources and time, and that's what they're doing. They're doing a very good job of it, because they just keep coming up with a new indictment. Next one, who knows what they'll maybe they'll get his third grade girlfriend who told the teacher that he mistreated her or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous. The whole thing, I think the public realizes that's why its poll numbers keep going up. And that's why the left doesn't understand the American public is not stupid and they're tired of this garbage.
Well, yeah, and underlying all of this, too, is the timing of it all that just cannot be swept under the rug. You know, this was, it appears, has every appearance of just a smokescreen to draw attention away from what you and others of your colleagues on the House Oversight Committee are doing and unfolding, investigating with the Devin Archer and Hunter Biden. Do you see this as just a smoke screen when they're coming after indicting Trump, that they're just trying to draw attention away from really evidence? You know, they hate to see the facts, and you guys in oversight and judiciary continue to bring forth incredible facts of the Biden family.
Yeah, it's exactly, Jody. I was on CNN the other night, and the lady was like, well, there's no facts, there's no evidence. I said, you've got an FBI informant, not a Democrat informant, not a Republican informant, but an FBI informant that's rated, apparently, according to the FBI, as one of their top informants that's brought this information to us. Not hundreds of thousands, but millions of dollars have been paid to the Biden family for nothing other than access. That's all they're paying for. And then you have to question, we just saw yesterday, 2 Chinese men born in China, serving in our United States Navy, charged with espionage. You have a Chinese balloon that flies over the continental United States, transverses it no less, comes back, goes over our secret military installations, some of our missile installations that are public, some of them that are secret. Obviously, they're known to the Communist Chinese, yet we choose not to shoot it down. We wait till it's off the coast of Myrtle Beach. We didn't shoot it down in Montana, where more people work in the dadgum Pentagon, Jody, than work in the than live in the whole state of Montana. Listen, we have been compromised from top to bottom, and they've bought it. They've bought and sold. They've gotten their price. There's how many pieces of silver that they've thrown down, and they know our price. And we're greedy, and it's showing. Hunter Biden is bad news, and his father is worse because he is our commander in chief, and he's the one sitting at the head table. He needs to be impeached. We need to go after him with everything we've got, because we've got it. The evidence is there. The FBI, as much as they fought us, and thank God for Jamie Comer and Jim Jordan, chair and judiciary, and Jamie on oversight that I'm on, because he is tenacious and he's got them and they know it. He's over the target. That's why full force, CNN and all the rest of them are saying there's no evidence. They just keep saying that over and over and over again, but they won't show what we've seen and what we're allowed to show. And they won't even advertise it. They won't put it out at all.
Congressman Tim Burchett, Tennessee, thank you so much for your leadership on this and so many issues. We're grateful for you. And thank you for taking time to join us this evening on Washington Watch. God bless you.